Okay. So I have a custom technical assistant developed for handling support tickets of email, right? And the three tools that is in interest here is number one is your Watson assistant, which is the end conversational platform that the user is going to use to fetch information. The second tool here is something called as Watson Discovery. Watson Discovery is the cognitive search platform through which you can upload your data sources, ranging from custom PDFs, Excels, and application website crawls. And so what you can do is you can integrate the search capabilities of Discovery with your Watson assistant to ensure that, let's say, I have some documents and I want to search through from these documents, right? And one step above this is to, if I'm using just Discovery, what will happen through assistant is, let's say, I'm asking a query, right? I'm starting a query. All it does is, it says that, I found the information that you're looking for in this passage, right? However, if you want to go one step beyond in the fact that you want to have that conversational Q&A ability, you want an assistant to search through these documents and generate or summarize an answer factually. That is when you have the capabilities of neural seek coming into picture. So neural seek has advanced NLU and NLP capabilities that you can train on your existing documents. I have the technical support handbook that I have consolidated with the documents that was provided with me. Okay, how to match gal details. Okay, so to match gal details, you need to open a ticket and request to correct the mismatch in the name versus email ID when using the Zimra web client gal. And you also need to check whether the contact details are correctly applied in the cPanel. If not, request the client's user management. Okay, so let's check if this particular information is correct. Okay, I see that the ticket scenario, some of the information has been fetched from the ticket scenario. You need a dedicated admin user team. Yes, so you see that some amount of privileges required has also been captured. And let's try asking, what's the prerequisites for enabling FTP? Enabling FTP site for the customer, FTP site, right? Okay, the prerequisites for enabling the FTP site are open the ticket, go through it, understand the customer requirement, revert to the customer TL in terms of non-clarity, and so you get the IP from the banks, which needs to be whitelisted in the firewall. Okay, so I have the information that is being so I see that some amount of summarization and clarity has also been given. So word for word hasn't been copy pasted here. Okay, let me try asking another question. What are the privileges? Okay, privileges required for matching gal details. Okay, required are dedicated with functions for managing the information is provided in the handbook document. Okay, dedicated admin user account. Okay, I see that this information has been fetched from here. So at a very high level, I would say this is a fairly successful demo. In the future, we can include custom images, custom videos that would take the employees through how, let's say, I want to manage a user, or let's say we have some custom videos developed that can make it possible. We can include those PDFs or images in the response itself. So how this was done is, all it required is some business context and an instance of IBM Watson Assistant, which you see here. And Watson Assistant has pre-built actions and starter kits that enables it's to have conversational capabilities. So in this search, I have a starter kit for neural seek search that is inbuilt here. So these are custom actions that I can develop on my own. But here all I have done is so there are some actions which are set by the assistant. So in case a user, in this case an employee of SBA is asking something for which we haven't created any action, right? So in the future, scalability would mean that you don't know what the user is asking. So for this, you need to leverage your internal documents or third-party website crawls, right? So what I've done is, in case of no action is matching, I have trained it to go to the neural seek search, right? So neural seek is your underlying Q&A generator, as well as language. It has the built-in language capability for it to summarize and extract answers from documents. So in this case, you have an extension for neural seek with the Watson assistant, right? As you can see here, the neural seek, I've enabled the extension. So the wonderful thing about Watson assistant is that it's an open platform through which you can build your custom extension just through an open API document. So this neural seek I've extended through Watson assistant, and the conversational capability that you did see here was through the extension which I had provided Watson assistant with neural seek. And the internal documents that we did see, for neural seek to capture those information, you need the tool of Watson discovery. So for which I have uploaded the documents, in this case, the Zimra technical support handbook, and I have enabled something called smart document understanding, where I have trained the underlying AI model to recognize just by annotation that, this is the header or this is the subtitle, and these are the various text in this. So the wonderful thing about this, it has a capability of auto learning. So let's say I have a technical handbook for this entire practice. Be it, let's say in the future you want it for MSSP also, right? I have hundreds or 200s of pages, but the format has been formalized. All I have to do is train it for one or two of these pages. And the third or fourth documents automatically learns and it annotates, self-annotates. So basically the workflow that you're seeing here is, I have a Watson assistant that is deployed, and the background that you see here, the UI UX was all created through the preview tab. So if I want to change the end URL or application, or I want to deploy it across, let's say, SMS or any custom applications that we develop in-house, it's all possible, right? And there are several starter kits through which we can enable automation. Like I said, it's an open platform. So in the future, if you want phone integrations, let's say we are deploying it for a user, and he wants to connect to an agent right away. So all these phone integrations are possible. We can have voice to text, text to speech, additional analytics. You can deploy it on multiple channels, even WhatsApp or custom applications, like I mentioned. And the search capabilities or the Q&A capabilities that you did see here was custom extensions, which I have created here. That is search through Watson discovery. The instance that you did see here, I have copied the project ID and the API key here for it to search, and also the neural seek, which has the ChatGPT like capabilities. So neural seek, the wonderful thing about it is, I can custom train it to answer it in a certain way. Let's say I'm asking it and again. I can say whether this response is helpful. And I can also ensure that some of these queries that are being asked by the user, the actions are automatically populated in the assistant itself, right? So in the future, we can make sure that all these queries are automated in the actions itself. So future, every time you are asking Watson assistant, it doesn't have to call back to the neural seek search, and the number of API calls would be limited, and your cost would also come down. So just to